Hello, Team TFT. Welcome back to another daily market outlook video. I apologize, been away last couple of weeks and have not been able to get any videos out, but I'm back again this week to start off a new trading week. We can see, apologies, we can see here this month the Dixie has absolutely plummeted, and that is obviously on the back of Jerome Powell shifting with jobless job rates and stuff like that, going from more inflation-based to more job-based data now, which is obviously tanking the dollar. But firstly, before we go much further, let's jump over here to the economic calendar and see what we've got coming up this week. So we do have a little bit of USD news. Midway through in the mid-early parts of the New York session there, with consumer confidence coming through. Basically, just odds and sods throughout the week, really. We do have preliminary GDP and unemployment claims coming in for the US, which is going to be a big factor there that they are looking at with the unemployment and jobless rates in America. So that will be a big one. And as we can see here, previous and forecast, they're looking for the same. So obviously, if we get an increase in that could be further downside for the dollar. And then obviously on Friday, start of the New York session, we have PCE price index month on month coming out as well. And then that'll obviously finish out August, and then to start off, obviously next month we have NFP and all of the usuals coming out of there. So over here on the DXY, we are, as we can see here, this month we have literally just dropped, and we have come down and we have just wicked below this previous monthly low here. Now we do also have another monthly low here. So basically what we can assume here is that being towards the end of the month, last trading week of the month, I would probably like to see a little bit of consolidation here. We're probably not going to see much more price action or volatility in my assumption here, based on how we usually see weeks play out. We usually see the first week sort of maybe retrace or give us a wick of some description. Then we have 2 weeks of good trending price action or getting our moves in where we're going to be needing them. And then the last week is usually, a bit of a rebalancing type scenario here. So if we jump down on the weekly, we can see here, obviously, here was our first week. We can see here we had that sort of push down, immediate push back up. And then second and third weeks have now pushed down aggressively. Now, basically what I would be anticipating is that with this monthly low getting taken, we may see a bit of a rebalancing starting here, which could obviously leave us a little bit of a gap here, or a fair value gap here that we could look at trading and then continuing short for next month. So back down on the daily, we can obviously everything here is just mega bearish at the moment. So if we are going to be looking to trading any longs from this scenario, we're definitely going to want to see some changes in structure. So first, obviously, would be this daily high here. We'd definitely love to see that get taken if we are going to be starting to push anywhere back long. But obviously in here, we can see here on the daily, we do have this little bit of a gap here, which we are now tapping into. So if we do see that pull down, if we do see that up, we could obviously get a little bit further flush from there. But yeah, my probability is that we probably end up just staying within this range here. Coming down to a 4 hour, let's see if this will give us a little bit more information. So 4 hour, we can see here. Here is a 4 hour gap off this fair value gap off this big flush. So ideally what we would love to see is a pull up into this area, and then we wait and we see if we are going to get that 4 hour change in structure to start heading short, or whether we see that push up through there, and obviously going to break these 4 hour highs to then go long from that area. But at this point in time, I would anticipate that we are going to be continuing just slightly long on this time frame. So down on the 1 hour, we can see a little bit of a structure starting to come in on the 1 hour here. So again, just if you are going to be trading long, I would suggest obviously using lower time frames, and obviously don't go for anything too massive at the moment, being that the higher time frame is so bearish. Looking for 1 hour structures, maybe see a slight pull down, give ourselves a little bit of a discounted price range, and look at trading towards the high, the recent hourly high or something like that. Let's go down to the 15-minute here. Obviously we can see here the 15-minute pulled up, set that high, pull back down, broke the low. So yeah, would obviously want to see, for us to look at continuing long, would want to see that high get broken, a little bit of a pullback, and then go long from that area there. That would be more of what I would be looking for on the Dixie. Over to the euro now. Going to the monthly on euro. Yeah, as expected, it is just super long. We can see here, obviously taking out this monthly high here. But obviously still have this monthly high up here, which is still a target. So yeah, again, along the same lines of the euro. Looking here, depending on where this week finishes, we may end up with a gap there in the market, which could be a retrace area to come back to. Looking here on the daily, we do have a little bit of a gap, fair value gap down here, which could be a target area there. So, we may see this next week starting to pull down, and then start next month out, pull into there and going long. That would be my higher probability trade on the higher time frame. But obviously on the lower time frame, just basically looking for areas that we could facilitate, maybe some short trades here. But we definitely want to see some changes in structure, because this even 4 hour is still very bullish. So obviously bullish structure starts here, pushing up, breaking that high. We do have obviously the imbalance through here, which was that imbalance there, but we have pulled down into it. We aren't getting extreme reactions out of there. So obviously want to be seeing possibly a pull down even further and wait for structure to change. If we do come down and break these lows, then we can definitely look at going lower from there. 1 hour and 15 minutes, I think, is where, if you are going to be looking to take trades, is where we're going to want to be taking them. Especially probably this week. Just looking for basically just structured trades, looking to those continuations, higher highs, lower highs and lower lows. Obviously looking for a bearish euro, short term anyway, at least probably until next week. So we can see it pulling down here. We do have this 1 hour structure high here. So obviously do not want to see that get taken if we are going to be continuing short. But if we do get a pull, up to that area, and then we start to see a 15-minute change, we could probably trade it down towards this gap area here. Or failing that, if we do see a pull down from there, we could get a pullback and then look to trade lower from that position there. Down on the 15-minute, obviously we are long on the 15-minute at the moment. We are bullish, so we can see a pull down, pull back up, higher high, higher low. So basically I would love to see this pull up again, taking high, and then possibly coming up into an area either here or just above that, maybe even taking liquidity high out of here, pushing up, and then obviously going short from there. That would be an ideal setup at this point in time. So GU now out on the monthly is again basically the same, except for on GU it's obviously a lot stronger here at the moment than euro is against the dollar, and we have taken out both of those monthly targets. So that is quite a strong monthly high that we have taken out there. So it is very reasonable to assume that we will get that pullback at some stage here. And again, this week and possibly next week to start out September would be the ideal time to get those 2 weeks of pullback down here, rebalancing this big impulse over these past 2 weeks of August before going long. Down on the daily here, looking relatively balanced. There are a couple of areas. There's one sort of here and one sort of here that we could be looking for. And then obviously there's one down here, which was where we initiated obviously this burst from. We can see it pull up, we retrace, and then we bursted back up to the upside. So there's a couple of target areas we could be pulling back towards after taking this liquidity high here. Obviously, first port of call would be to be starting to set new structural lows. So down here on the 4-hour, probably anywhere around here, we want to see us pulling back down to breaking some structural lows if we're going to be starting to, trend down a little bit lower for longer. But yeah, 4-hour is bullish, daily, weekly, monthlies, all bullish. So the higher probabilities here is to let the lower time frames retrace, catch up, and then get back into these areas and go long. But obviously, if you are looking and you want to be taking trades this week, yeah, I would be kind of anticipating a bearish narrative. But looking at this, GU is just not tradable. You can see every hour we've got bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. It's just, it doesn't know where it wants to go. I would definitely be waiting to see some form of a strong structure push on the 1 hour to give us indication that, the bears have broken through and we are going to see a bit of downward price action for the next, week or so. But yeah, until we got that, I would be leaving GU alone. Righto, guys. As always, I appreciate the support. Again, apologies for the last couple of weeks I have not been available. But yeah, back on board, and I'll see you again on tomorrow's Daily Market Outlook video. Thank you. Thanks for watching another Daily Market Outlook video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like it. Also, guys, we are the largest tradesmen's Forex group tailored to helping hundreds of tradesmen get their time back through trading. If you want access to structured education, 18 live sessions across 7 days a week, mental health and mindset support from a qualified psychologist, and access to multiple different trading strategies from 10 different mentors, then jump over to our website at www.teamtft.co.uk. Please remember, this is not financial advice and you should not trade based on anything I have said in this video. This is just my own opinion and nothing more. And remember, manage your risk, stick to your plan, and secure those profits. Have a ripper day.